56 astronomical units is not many.
Warp engine activated.
Let's go check it out. I mean, it is many in, like, spaceflight terms, but, like... Ooh!
Warp engine deactivated.
Hey, come back here. Can I shoot you? Kill it. Yeah! Get wrecked. Well, I'm out here now. How does our fuel situation look? It looks fine. We even have plenty of space warpers. Could take a field trip out to the black hole. We wouldn't be able to do anything out there, but we could at least check it out. Anyway, let's look around here. This system has sulfuric acid. This is also a pretty close system of sulfuric acid. And a dark fog hive. Well, there's a lot of dark fog on some of those planets. You get the actual sphere started? You know, what is or isn't a Dyson Sphere is relative, right?
Warp engine activated.
Sometimes a Dyson Sphere is a manner of thinking. I don't know. Sometimes it's a state of mind. Sometimes a Dyson Sphere is not what you would think of as a Dyson Sphere. Sometimes it's just a few pieces
A landing relay station
of
detected.
the Dyson Sphere. What do you mean a landing relay is detected? Again? You stubborn game. E equals MC squared, that relative? Maybe. So we have parts of a Dyson Sphere that is being built right now. You can see them. You can see them there. The little, like, thick metal bits right there inside the swarm. So the answer is yes and no. Did we destroy... Where is this thing? There it is. Hey. You stop that.
Cruise ended.
Yeah, it is a start. It is very much a start. Where is my space squadron? You guys mind actually doing your job?
Dark fog base core destroyed.
There we go. Nice. All right. And we have not increased our production. So, here's what we have. We have a whole lot of Dyson Swarm, but we also have basically a belt around the star. It's going... Why do I hear booming? Is it just the music? Yeah, it's just the music. Okay. I thought I was playing a different game for a second. So it's going to require, you know, about 800 more pieces before even just like this little belt is completed. And we are not producing enough resources to build those yet. It's slow going. If I go check out my home planet...
Cruise mode.
Yeah, if I go to check out my main planet, which is not in the direction of the dark fog. Alright, it's over here.
Mineral depleted.
Yeah, so it's slow going. We got some work to do. But we're getting there. The other thing we need to do is complete these researches, this Dyson Sphere stress system. This allows us to actually expand our nodes and actually make our Dyson Sphere look like a Dyson Sphere and not a Dyson belt. So, at this point, it's just a matter of time. But obviously, I'm not going to sit here and wait for 150 more hours to get the resources needed with the systems that we currently have. So we're going to want to expand our production dramatically in order to produce the resources we need faster, to be able to build the parts faster, to be able to build our Dyson Spheres faster.
Mineral depleted.
We want to the belts over the swarm, solid over gaseous. Oops. All right, let's speed things up a little bit. Lag the game. It's okay. A little bit of lag never hurt no one. 9 FPS, that's what we're getting? I'm okay with that. Yeah, so if we zoom up here, we actually have a fair amount of Dyson Sphere parts. The thing that's slowing us down right now is this. We have the parts. We have the fuel. We need these quantum chips to be able to build the carrier rockets. These carrier rockets are what bring the parts to the sphere and allow them to be built. Are they not being proliferated? Okay, they are being proliferated. And then they launch. And then they go
Mineral depleted.
up to the Dyson Sphere. Yeah. So, in order to actually get the chips that we need, let's just follow this back for a second. I promise. It'll make sense. To get the chips we need processors. We need processors and we need plane filters. So, we've been trying to work at getting our processor production increased. And within the course of the stream's been going on for, 3 hours? I can't do 3 hours, but I could do 10 hours. So we would have started somewhere in this range. So this is where we were at the start of the stream. We were producing about 900 processors an hour, or every 10 minutes, not an hour. And then we've cranked that up. For a while there, we were making like 2,100. Then we ran out of copper, so it dropped down to about 1,200. And then it's gone back up to, 21 to 3,000 per 10 minutes. So we are making progress of that. The problem is right now is that we have so many places that need these processors right now that is really taking them a lot of time to sort of proliferate out through the system like this. So we've just been getting them in batches. So we probably need to expand our processor production even more, or we need to get Proliferator to the planet and just proliferate everything. Because we should be doing that too, and I've been lazy with Proliferator. The only place that we've been really diligent with our Proliferator is on our home planet. The good news about Proliferator is that we should have a lot of it at this point. Well, we had a lot of it at one point. What are we missing here? We're not really missing anything. We just need to produce more of it. Okay, well, we can fix that. That's a pretty straightforward solution. We bring this around, we could put a bunch more Proliferator over here. And then we can just feed it into this system that we already have. So the other thing that's holding us back is our gravity matrix. Again, though, those need those quantum processors to produce, which we need more regular processors to do. Are these quantum chips? And we're struggling with that right now because we don't have the processors. That's the big thing right now. We don't have the processors. We have the power. At the moment, at least, our power generation is actually really good. We have 725 megawatts of power just from the Dyson Sphere alone. And we have 1.02 gigawatts in the system. Baby numbers for sure, but still pretty okay for where I'm at. All right, let's bring this over. This, and then I kind of did this a little bit backwards, huh? Well, this is why verticality exists in this game. There we are. Excellent. Nice. Now, this will burn through our tier 2 proliferator, and by proxy, our tier 1 proliferator, very quickly. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. There we go. Yeah, so our next little crisis with the proliferator is definitely going to be the tier 2. We have a lot of it right now, but unless we cap out on proliferator, which seems unlikely at this point, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a problem. Speaking of problems, whatever this is attached to What is this attached to? Oh, that's steel. Or that's iron. Oh yeah, no, that is iron. For some reason I thought that was coal. This is coal. Or this was coal. This coal is starting to die out. What's this attached to? Yeah, this is attached to the proliferator. Well... is there any more coal around? Oh no. There's a little bit of coal all the way down here. Well, we could replace this coal with a logistics distributor. I guess. For now, we're just going to survive. Ooh, I did not mean to punch my microphone. I promise, I'm not that mad at the lack of coal. We could solve this crisis. There we go. We'll just kind of feed that into that for the moment. Yeah. Okay. This is looking really good. I mean, when I say really good, I mean... I'd rather have production backed up because I'm at capacity than have production not producing because I just don't have the resources, which is what's happening over here with these processors. Is it you? Do you just need more ships? I find that hard to believe. Yeah, no, it's not using the ships that it has. I'm just not producing enough. I'm just not producing enough processors. That's really where my bottleneck is right now. And the funny thing is that I knew that was going to be a problem. And I tried to mitigate that problem, but I very clearly did not mitigate that problem enough. That will definitely solve. That will definitely keep the supply line running. Whatever it's attached to. Yeah, my main plan is just starting to run out of juice. It really is. It's mostly coal and stone left. We don't have that much iron or copper on it at all. That doesn't mean that we're going to just abandon the planet. It just means that we'll have to start shipping more and more raw resources in from everywhere else, basically. How's this looking? Oh, look at that hydrogen. Delicious. Delicious, delicious hydrogen. What about the deuterium? Deuterium's not there. Where is the deuterium? Is it here? Not quite as excited about deuterium. And our zooming hydrogen over here can only zoom so much. We have to build a second one of these. Zoom even more deuterium. Alright, I've been doing a lot of walking around and not being productive. It's probably because it's 11 o'clock at night, yeah. Alright, what's going on over here? We're just not producing very fast because we're only producing a little bit. A little bit of strange matter. We could probably produce more strange matter, but the odd thing is that, like, as high tier as these graviton lenses are, we actually have like 1 billion of them. Not only do we have 1 billion of them, but we're like producing consistently. It's a little slow, it's not perfect, but it is what it is. It's doing okay. And it's providing all the resources that we need. So, weirdly enough, the graviton lenses are not a bottleneck right now. It's really just processors. I'm not gonna lie, part of me is just kind of hanging out waiting for this resource to be finished. And being sad by my lack of processors. I can't deny that. That's definitely part of it. So we're I'm starting to run out of steam too. That's definitely part of it. Yeah, we're gonna have to go big. We're gonna have to go big on the processors, I think. Let's start working on gathering the resources. I'm gonna need a bunch of these guys. Grab all that iron. I'm probably going to need more smelters. And I already have 600 conveyors. I'll probably need even more conveyors, though. Let's see. Where's my conveyor production? It's over here. All right. Yep, our red cubes are doing good. Our yellow cubes are still a little sad, but at least our yellow cubes are producing. They're not producing fast. For some reason, they're struggling to get titanium crystals. Probably just due to a lack of production of them. Where was I building those again? Over here. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm lacking the organic crystal for that. That's the problem. Okay. We're heading back to Svalson. Back to Svalson 1. Back to the future. I need a lot of ships before I take that on. Could I build a lot of ships? They require a lot of different resources. Kind of an annoying amount of resources, honestly. But where did the... Oh, there's the planet. It's like, where did the planet go?
Cruise ended.
All right.
Flight mode.
So how are we looking here? Uh-oh. We're back to not producing as much of the microelectronics. Why? It's the silicon again. Really? We're lacking silicon again? But we have so much coming in. I mean, we can get more silicon coming in. We are still pulling in a lot of silicon. We're not running out. Let's just... get more silicon going, shall we? Good night, my friend. Have a great evening and have a great time at D&D. I hope one day to get my own game going again. All right, have a good night, Tally. I'm probably not going to be too much farther behind you. As I said, I'm starting to run out of that steam. We're not there yet, though. We're not there yet, though. I don't think so. Well, maybe. I do have to get up early tomorrow and clean, but Dyson Sphere Program. I want to build my Dyson Sphere. We may need to stack this a little bit better somehow. I mean, they literally make a tool for that, I guess. But we seem to be able to feed that much in, so that's good. Doesn't seem to be any backups there. Or lack of resources. It's all being fed into here. It's all being fed into there. And the same thing with these guys. Yeah, alright. So that's picking up again. That's good. We're still not making a lot of them, though. I want a lot of them. Are you really gonna run the supply line, like, around and build a lot more? I don't know about that. There is a point where the resources will just stop reaching the end. No matter how fast you're providing it in, pushing it in. That's part of the reason why I have this set to go into here. So it comes out as stacked clumps. Because the stacked clumps go a little bit farther. At least so far this seems to be able to reach the end, but I don't know for how long. I may have to bring out another line. Another line. And this is entirely because I'm being lazy. And we could just kind of plug it in, like, here at the end. Sure, why not? Go. And then we could put another line of silicon here. That also feeds off of that. Okay. I might have lost it. I may have lost the plot a long time ago. But it's working, so I'm okay with that. What if we did something like this? No, I don't think we have to. We can just hook this right in here. This gives you a great idea of just how sorely I was lacking in silicon. Like, I knew it was going to be a problem super early. Super early in the game, I was like, what do you mean I only have a planet with 100,000 silicon, or 200,000 silicon, or however much was here, because I think there's a spot up there, too. And I'm like, that needs to be fixed, because that's going to be a problem. And, like, look at how much silicon that we're producing that is still just being used and not enough. It's a lot. It's a lot. But at least for now, we're starting to back up this depot, I believe. It's actually not coming in fast enough. Let's do this. You may think I've bonkers, but it'll make sense here in a second. There we go. We may even have to do that over here too on the output, just to make sure there's a constant stream coming in and going out. Yes. And that should definitely help back this up. No?
Flight mode.
No? No. Yes. Okay, yes. Yes, it is backing up. Okay. All right. So at least as long as that production holds, we should be fine here. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, the next bit is to expand the production of the processors out. How does our processors look now? I mean, we are making quite a bit, but we're also using more than we're producing. It may just barely be edging out. Things might also just be horribly inefficient, but that's okay. That's all right. We're not here to be perfectly efficient. There's people who are way better than I am at this game who can do that. All right. Let's do it. Let's ruin all of my production. Let's ruin all of my work for today, shall we? I spent so much time today working on trying to make all of these work. Look, you know what they say. Go big or go home. I don't know who says that. I think I heard it in a Disney movie once, or a one of like the old Nickelodeon like movies, live action movies they used to play. I don't remember, but it was probably inspirational at the time. There we go. So this will be our task for the next time. Because there's no way that this production line is going to be able to handle all of this processor. There's just no way. All right. Oh. Come on. Game? Is this what we're doing now? All right. We won't do that one then. Let's keep going. It's because of the curvature of the planet. It's fine. It only makes me a little sad. Honestly, the next problem is just going to be the basic circuit boards, I think. Now that we're making like the micro components pretty okay. We're not actually making a lot of circuit boards here. We only have these 5 facilities here pumping out circuit boards. It's not many. It's not many at all.
Mineral depleted.
There we go. Nice. Well, I mean, this is pretty straightforward. Honestly, we could just expand this out by another 5. Circuit boards were never the problem. Never. There we go. Remember when I said I was going to make some, like, basic blueprints so that I didn't have to do this constantly? Yeah. I remember, too. And then I forget about it and just do it anyway. It's fine. We're fine. This is fine.
Mineral depleted.
So that should push it to the limit. Well, the limit. I'm not quite sure what limit I'm referring to, but whatever it is, it's limited, all right. It is indeed. It do be being limited. That's for sure. Yeah, that's just burning through all of those processors. Uh-oh.
Flight mode.
What did we run out of? Copper? Silicon? What do you mean we're running out of silicon? We have so much of that being produced. What's happening? Are we burning through it all? No.
Mineral depleted.
I think we're burning through it all. You guys
Replication complete.
You guys need these more than I do. Maybe if we have both this one and the other side pooling their resources, they'll be able to get enough silicon ore here. So one thing I could do to fight that is, on top of pooling silicon ore, I could produce silicon bars and also transfer them in. I may end up having to do that. Especially because we're burning through so much silicon ore. Man. And also, apparently we're struggling to get warpers built. I should probably check on that before I depart for the day. Let's go see what's going on with that. Where's the dark fog? Okay, it's over there. I think this will be my last stop, is trying to figure out what's going on with the warpers. See, you can see the little belt going up around the planet. Or the star. It's not a planet. It's cute.
A landing relay station detected.
Why? Svalson 1 again? I sure love their Svalson 1.
Cruise ended.
Alright,
Flight mode.
let's take a look at what's going on here. I think the warpers are over here. may just not be producing enough. Like, when I set this up, I was expecting to have more trouble keeping the graviton crystals. So I'm thinking, you know, we may just have to adjust this. I think it was a clever move of them to make the warpers, like, easy to make. Because they very easily could have made them quite difficult to make. And then it would have just slowed the game down horribly. There we go. That actually didn't cause as many problems as I thought. I'm just not producing a lot of warpers. I don't need a lot of warpers, not really. But I'm using way more than I anticipated, yeah? Can I see production for those? I can. It doesn't look good. All right, I may have to expand on that a little bit more. All right, well, since we're flying around putting out fires, let's go ahead and deal with this new waypoint. I was really hoping to have this research done. But that processor thing is just really slowing me down. It's hurting. It's causing me physical pain. Zoop.
Cruise ended. Flight mode.
Should really build a ground fleet.
Dark fog base core destroyed.
All right, this is looking better. I still don't have silicon the whole way to the end. Oh no. Am I not mining it fast enough? I think it's a warper problem. I don't think I'm not mining it fast enough. I think I'm just out of warpers. Here, let's test this theory. You were supposed to go get the silicon. Alright, I think I've lost the plot. I think it's time that I call it a day. Yeah, I think it's time I call it. Alright, thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. And until next time, this is Processorless Man. Happy gaming. And hopefully you have many processors in the future. Oh, actually, before I forget, even though we haven't really gained much growth this session, we might as well continue on the tradition of checking the Milky Way to see what our star looks like. Our cluster. It's not going to be that much changed. Of course, it'll take all day to load, but that's okay. Come on, Milky Way, I believe in you. Show me the money. There we go. Game's nearly at 2 million Dyson Spheres. Still don't know why this one shows up. Oh, is that me? No, this is me. Isn't it? No, this is me. What's this one? Was that my original playthrough? Have I been looking at the wrong one this entire time? I may have to go back and look through everything again. I don't know. Whatever. I'm going home, guys. I'm going to bed. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.